Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Rick Hutzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Recently I had the opportunity to shoot a Daystate Red Wolf walnut stock, high power, really nice gun. It was bought by a customer of Airgun Pro Shop. We got the chance to work with it and he was just kind enough to let us do a video. And it was a demo video. It wasn't an exhaustive review by any means. It was just us really putting some pellets down a very cool air gun, just trying it out. That's what that video was. But it did bring up some questions about, hey, that gun should shoot better, etc., etc. And, you know, it should. It really should have done better. And that's on me, not the gun. And I actually have a Daystate Red Wolf. This is mine. It's not the high power, it's the standard. But I bought it off the truck, literally when Airguns of Arizona were out here for Airgun Expo. And stay tuned for Airgun Expo 2022. We are going to have one this year if all things work out. This is going to be later in the year now that I'm sort of back and healthy again. Anyway, on to the gun here. So I bought this because, one, I fell in love with it. I shot it and it is just, well gosh, it's a one-of-a-kind system. It really is. It's a micro switch trigger, micro switch cocking lever. It's an electronic valve system. I mean, everything about this is just, I mean, it's kind of crazy what they've done with this gun and built it. So, you know, I didn't want to let it leave the property, so I bought it. The other reason I got it is that, you know, not every air gunner gets a chance to shoot a Daystate Red Wolf or a gun like this. So I have people come out here fairly regularly to shoot air guns with me, and gosh, you know, having this here where people can actually try it out, that alone for me was worth picking it up because it's really a treat to be able to shoot something like this. So with all of that in mind, and because it's, gosh, I own the doggone thing, I thought it was time that we actually spend some time with this gun, with this platform, and do a video series. Now we've been working, and special thanks to Airguns of Arizona for sponsoring this video. That's who's bringing this to you. If you want a gun like this, you can check it out. I'll have the links in the video description, but you can check them out, airgunsofArizona.com. Been working with them on the Brocock Ranger XR, really nice air gun. And I thought, you know, let's shift gears. We've done the little compact, love it. Now we're gonna go to this gun. This is a very expensive, high dollar gun. If you buy this in a scope, you're gonna be into it for well over $3,000, probably closer to $4,000. So we're talking about high dollars here. But it's got a lot going for it. So today's video, we're set up at 50 yards, really decent day. We don't have a lot of wind today. It is hot. A little breeze would be nice because it's really hot today. But conditions are really good. So hopefully we get some good results. I'm shooting 18-1-3s. Depending on how it goes, I may try the redesigns. I know that I was told this was really set up for the redesign, so maybe we'll do that in another video, but we'll see how it goes. If it's shooting really well, maybe I'll throw those in and see how they compare to the 18-1-3s. I've already been doing a little shooting down there just to get the scope sighted in, so we should be good to go. I'm shooting at high power. We may shoot on medium power just to get to see what the difference is, and I've got a Chrony set up, so we'll get those numbers. One of the things folks said last time is I was hanging the FX Chrony off of there, and they were saying that's messing up the harmonics, and it may or may not. I have not found it to be a problem, but to sort of eliminate that for this video, I've got my Pro Chrono Digital out in front of me. Hopefully it'll capture all our shots as we're shooting at the target. And I'm gonna save that FX Chronograph. Doesn't mess up your accuracy if you hang it off a barrel like this. I'm gonna save that video for another day, probably with this air gun, because hey, I haven't found it to be a problem, but let's test it and see, you know, see what it does. And well, then we'll know for sure, right? So right now we're gonna go ahead and shoot it. We're set up at 50 yards. I did like one shot and I think we're like at 960-ish or so. If I'm reading it right, it's kind of dusty through the screen, so I may be seeing that wrong. But we've got a full mag. Let's go ahead, and we're still good to go here. So let's go ahead and just cycle it, make sure we're gonna work here. I'm gonna aim, let's see here. I'm gonna aim for the top right target. Got a little bit of a breeze coming in, but I don't think it's gonna give us any fits today. Let's see here. Okay, so the trigger on this, like I said, it's a micro switch, so we're talking like an ounce or two to actuate the trigger. So it's very sensitive.
959.
There it is. Okay, perfect. So we'll have this, we'll capture this, we'll be checking the regulator out as we go through this here.
$961. $959. $953. $959. $956. $960. $960.
The wind's really picking up now.
958.
That was me though. That wasn't the wind. I just pulled it.
$958.
One more.
$959.
Okay, there's 11 shots. Let's see what we got. Nope, cancel. Let's do a, yes, here's our numbers. Extreme spread was 8, not too shabby. Standard deviation was 2. So that's pretty good. I'll take it, right? The group, you know, I'm looking through a 24 power scope and it looks this big, but I think if we got that up close, I think that group's not too shabby, especially with me just learning, really just learning the gun. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and drop the power. I'm staying over my Chrono. Okay, now the way you set the power is really cool, right? So you pull this open and you hold the trigger and your screen will update and it'll say programming mode, and then you hold, let go and touch it again, and then it rotates to the different options. When you get to the one you want, which for me will be power level, I skipped it, power level, and then you can go ahead and click the trigger again, and when you hear that clank clank, then you know you've set it. So now we're on medium power. Let's see how we do on medium power. Okay. What's really cool is you have the digital readout, which tells you how much pressure you got. So we were at 150, we went to we're at 250, we're now at 230 bar. So, you know, having that right there, I think that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna go down to the bull right below that one. I'm gonna take one shot, see where I hit, and then see if I need to adjust with my mil dots. Oh my gosh, yes.
857.
Okay, that dropped really low. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep it in the black. So I'm going to use, it's about a little less than half mil low. So I'm going to aim using the half mil mark. And I'm going to aim at that second bull. So we should be able to put 10 shots here, and we're 857, so we're about 100 feet per second slower, and the wind's coming right at us. Yeah.
864. 864. 858. 858. 860. 858. 860. 863. 862. 860.
Let's just take a look at our numbers here. Extreme spread was 7. That ain't bad. Standard deviation 2. Not as good as far, I don't know. Gosh, I'd have to mic it. It may be, other than being a little high and horizontal, which could just be me rolling on the stand, right? I don't know. They were right there. So I guess it all depends on if you're just target shooting and you don't have any wind to buck, maybe run medium power. I think let's go ahead and let's run the redesigns. I do want to see what they're going to do. So I'm going to put these up. I'm going to switch back to high power because I know medium power isn't going to do what we want there. So by the way, we dropped 9 bar on medium power, so not bad. You're going to use less air if you shoot on medium power. All right, we're back to high power now. I got to tell you, that's cool when you can just, you know, kind of select what power setting you want. That's pretty stinking cool. All right, so I'm going to change my settings on the Chrony here. So let me load this up and we'll be right back. All right. All right, just a quick note. On high power, we were doing about 37 foot-pounds. On the low power, we were doing about 30 foot-pounds. So that's pretty good. I mean, 37 foot-pounds out of a 22, that's pretty makes me happy. And I felt rain. Don't want rain. Get in there. There it is. All right. Ooh, definitely felt like I was putting something in a breech that time. Let's see. I'm going to go to the left side, and I'm going to aim dead center, and we'll adjust if we need to. We're at high power, and I have reset the weight on the Chrony. All right, so left side, second bull down. See how we do here.
$813.
Okay. I'm going to it's like splitting my mil dots. It's like 3/8 3/8 mil. Okay, I think I can know what I think I know how to do it here. All right, let's see if I can put them in the black here. By the way, that is 37 foot-pounds. So we're right where we were with the 1813s. So power is about the same. Okay.
817.
Ooh.
817. 817. 818. 816. 816. 814. 815. 810.
I accidentally pulled the trigger on that one, but it didn't go too far out of bounds. Okay. Mag empty. It's not empty. Okay. Okay.
812.
Okay, those did not fly as good as I had hoped they would. I think I'm going to go back to the 18-3s. We're sitting at 37 foot-pounds. We're at 208 bar. I think we've got easily a couple mags yet left. I'm going to switch back to the 18-1-3s. Also, one of the settings you have in here is do you keep track of your magazine and your shot? So I'm going to turn that off. Okay. I somehow turned that on when I was mucking with it. So, all right. Let's go back to our 18-1-3s. And we'll shoot at least one more group just to make sure that the results we're getting are consistent, because as I've been telling you guys, one group does not consistency make, does it? If we can get 7 out of 10 groups, there we're going. Now that's what we want, right? Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this list. We're going to do 18.13, done, save. Okay. Okay, so we're back to 18-1-3s on high power. Wind is picking up a bit. I'm going to go to the bottom center, and we'll see if we got 2 mags left in here. How many have we shot? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We got 30 shots in so far. All right.
$951. $951.
Wanting to push left, and I'm just holding dead center. Hold on, I hate flies. Okay, I'm going to just hold dead center and see if it comes back to center or something else going on here.
$949. $950. $950. $948. $948. $947. $949. $946. $945.
Okay, we are at 195 bar. We should be fine for another group. It wanted to push out left for those first couple shots. Let's see if it does that again. You know, I've said that I'm never going to weigh or sort my pellets. I might have to eat those words, because this is a gun which probably, and I know people that shoot competition with a gun like this, that's exactly what they do. Because, gosh, just a fraction of variation from pellet to pellet can make a difference on how that thing flies. That's why they're called flyers. And so a gun like this, I'm nearly certain, like 99% certain, that when you're seeing things not go where you want them to, it's not the gun. It's either you have got some sort of inconsistency in your hold or your follow through, or you've got just some little deformed skirt or something you missed on the pellet. But I would love, maybe, gosh, am I going to have to actually sit and sort and pellets? I'll have to get one of those little pellet tester things and size them all. Anyway, that might be a whole nother thing. I'm going to go to the bull to the right. And it does look, and I'm going to, since we're high power and everything, I'm going to just keep going with this Chrony. So we're at 11 shots now. We are sitting at 6 feet per second spread. I'm wondering if I'm coming on the back end of the regulator here. So let's shoot the target to the right, and I'm going to hold dead center. We'll just let them fall where they fall. I see that one right.
952. 948.
'Didn't catch that one. It's 946, by the way.
947. 948. 946. 944. 945. 944. 943. 944.
Okay. That may be a little bit to the right, but that is a whole bunch of pellets in one ragged hole. And that is that's what we want to see. Now, can we get it to do that consistently from mag to mag to mag to mag? I guess that's what we're going to find out, isn't it? I'm going to shoot one more. I just want to see where she's going to fall off the reg here, or if she's giving me any warning. It will tell you that you're running low on air, which is kind of cool. It tells you when you've hit the end of your useful shots. We're not there. We're at 185 bar, so I'm guessing that we get around the 170s. We're going to start seeing it start to talk to us. Let's go to the left bull at the bottom. Again, I'm going to aim dead center. Let's see. Now it is dead calm right now. So other times we've been shooting today, we've had a little breeze, a little stuff going on, but right now it is absolutely dead calm. Where did that do to our extreme spreads open up to 9, and I think we are sort of getting on the lower end of side. This lower end of things. Let's see what happens here. Left bull bottom.
939.
Now we're dropping.
$937. 936. 934. 933. 927. 931. 929. 931. 928. 925.
Okay, so yeah, we've got low pressure here. So I knew we were getting close to falling off the reg. It's exactly what happened. I'm gonna go grab that target and let's go ahead and wrap this up. Be right back. All right, well, you know, I had some of my startup shots that were just me getting things sighted in. And then we went to work, right? So that's our first group. Not bad, we're talking 50 yards. Our second group, and I actually think lower power might have just squeaked out a fraction better here. I mean, just a teeny tiny fraction better. But then we get down to the bottom. First of all, this was our redesigns. They didn't really do well. I mean, if you look at the size of those groups, I mean, I'm looking at the scope and they look this big, but they're not that, I mean, the bulls are really small at 50 yards. That's pretty small. We get down here to the bottom though. In our first group, why we had it spread out like this and then come back, I don't really know. Could it have been a pellet? Could Could it have been me changing my hold? Possibly. Here, I mean, that is half-inch, well, probably less than half-inch center to center at 50 yards. Very, very impressive. So why it's a little left of center, not sure. Again, changing my hold. Am I doing something different? That's part of what I want to figure out, you know, because, I mean, that is, it's one ragged hole, right? I mean, that's what you want out of a gun like this. We just want to put it right in the center though, right? And then our final group is right here, and we were falling off the reg. So maybe just coming off the velocity, just if we could get it down to, instead of 960, have it 930 maybe, I don't know. But that's, maybe there's that trip to Airguns of Arizona to help me figure out how to program this may be the key there. I don't know. Again, maybe I'll talk to them about it. But that's our final group at the end of the reg, and that's under half-inch center to center, guys. I mean, that is just impressive. I have not done a ton of shooting with this gun. This is sort of going to be my first foray into really taking this gun seriously. But boy, there's a lot of potential here. I think I've really got to figure out on my part how to get the most out of it. You know, I'm thinking that when there's a change in my hold, or maybe this stand and this table really is a bad fit. I don't know yet, but we're gonna figure all that out. We're gonna go through it and figure out how to make this give us the absolute best performance. I'm super encouraged, especially with those last couple groups. I am super encouraged with what we're getting. So stay with us. We got more coming here on the Daystate Red Wolf. I want to say thank you to Airguns of Arizona for sponsoring this series, this channel. I want to say thank you to Hawke, thank you to JSB, Predator Pellets, all of those guys for making this happen. And they're just a handful of the folks, at least on this particular video series, that are contributing to getting this done. So guys, that's going to be it for now. My name is Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.